You know, they say that music is the shorthand of emotion. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. Because when I was in the depths of grief, it was music. Not only what I was writing, but what I was listening to that spoke when I couldn't find the words. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nathan, musician, mortician. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to click the bell to be notified when I release content like this, because today we're talking about and sharing something really personal with you. My journey through grief and how music, not only what I've created, but what I've listened to, what I find and seek, has become my lifeline. Losing someone that I love, it's been incredibly tough. Losing someone you love, I'm sure the same. And for me, it was melodies, lyrics that helped me navigate through this storm. I know the analogies are ridiculous. Let's dive in. When I first experienced loss, I was maybe 10. It felt like this heavy weight had dropped on my chest. I didn't really know what it was, but I knew it was something I wasn't used to. The world around me kept moving, but I was stuck. I was overwhelmed by sadness and all those other feelings. And it felt like this fog had settled over my life. Now, later in life is what I'm moving toward. I remember waking up and just feeling this emptiness. It was like a part of me was missing, especially after my late grandfather died. Everything from just like the little things, like getting out of bed, to the bigger picture of moving forward, it felt insurmountable. And it might seem over the top. It might seem like I'm being over dramatic, but maybe you too have experienced loss and grief and sadness. Let me know in the comments below if we're tracking. I had days where I couldn't even muster the energy to talk to anybody. I felt this sense of longing and inability to connect. And grief, it tends to be very isolating. And it's hard to express what you're feeling, especially when the pain is so deep and it's not something you're used to, so it's not easy to articulate. And that's when I turned to music. I don't know why I hadn't turned to music before, like I've done every other time when things seem to be heavy and insurmountable. I started to listen to my favorite songs from when I was young to songs that were more current. But I also explored these new genres and artists that I hadn't really paid attention to before. For instance, I found solace in acoustic music, the raw, like just the guitar, the sounds of the pick or the fingers picking the strings. I had paid closer attention, and the rawness of that, the heartfelt lyrics, they all resonated with these feelings that I hadn't necessarily felt. And if I had, I never acknowledged them before, or I just swept them under a rug like we tend to do. Yay, people, it won't go away that way. It doesn't go away that way. Artists like Jesse Murph or Noah Kahan, they became go-tos for me. Their songs, they spoke to heartbreak in a way that I couldn't articulate. Maybe it's Taylor Swift that you have turned to. Taylor Swift brought Ed Sheeran on tour with him way back when, and that song Photograph, not Nickelback's Photograph. I mean, maybe that song makes you get all in your feels. I don't know. Look at this photograph. Teach their own. That's the beauty of music. It hits you. It hits you hard. It's about holding on to memories, these songs. And during these moments when I have felt lost, these songs, they reminded me to cherish good times that I've had with my loved ones. It's also discovering some incredible indie bands that tackled themes of loss and healing. And I felt like they were singing my story, again, cheesy perhaps, but somehow it made me feel less alone. Isn't it amazing how when you go to a concert, it's like everybody is just this one moving, breathing, living unit? Unless you're that really drunk guy, that country artist Carly Pierce kicked out of her show because he was heckling her. I don't know. If you know what I'm talking about, is like everyone becomes one. It's community, and that's the power of what I'm talking about. There was this one pivotal moment that changed everything for me. I was driving one day, and I was lost in my thoughts. And this song come on that I know that you've heard, and I had heard before, but it was Fix You by Coldplay. As I listened to these lyrics, I felt this wave of emotion just wash over me. It was like the music itself wrapped around all my innards and squeezed out all of this grief that I had been holding on to and just holding in. And it was in this moment I realized that music wasn't just a distraction. It wasn't just a thing. It was this cathartic. It was this living being. The song itself, it gave me permission to feel again. It reminded me that healing takes time, and yet it's still possible. Wrap it all up, like music, that is. It's truly been this source of solace and strength throughout my entire life, really, but more specific, this grieving that I had started to feel in this particular moment and realized, wow, this is a healing mechanism. It helped me to face my emotions rather than just run from them like we tend to do, and what I was alluding to, let's sweep it under the rug, it'll go away. It doesn't go away. It reminded me that I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this life and this feeling, and that healing is this just never-ending journey. It's not really a destination. Maybe it is, but I feel that at least we're hiking now, right? The music that I've realized and relied upon to put in my gear. You like that analogy? The right song at the right moment can really change everything, literally. And I'm so grateful for that. And it's also inspired me as a songwriter, as a musician, to be more intentional in the words that I share, because I know that my song or songs might be just what you need in a moment of weakness, sadness, reflection, hope, uncertainty. I would love to hear from you guys. If you've had like this similar experience where the music has helped you through some tough times, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Share your story if you feel comfortable doing so. And if you want more insights and personal journeys, do not forget to check out my other videos. Subscribe, click the bell to be notified when I release content like this. Thanks for hanging out with me. Take care. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired that you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. When the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worth? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. And I will try to fix you